I wasn't ready, no one can stop me. No one can stop me. When I was ready, I feel like I became unstoppable towards doing the right things.
I can do it all through Christ. Forgive my brother, though he stabbed me twice. It's sad cause he still got the knife. I'm still learning how to sacrifice. That mean when he do you wrong, you gotta be strong and still do them right. I won't name no names, cause we not the same. And plus my honor code, don't play those games, are you insane? Life lessons as I welcome in his presence. I give him reference as I seek his essence, like the essence. Abba, do you hear me? And he say, do you fear me? Back and forward conversations cause he know the real me. I'm washed in his waters and I'm praying they would heal me before somebody from my past come back and try to kill me. You feel me? I feel haunted by my past life. Praying morning, noon, and night. I think I went to mass twice. All from the devil's slice. I had to bite with sound advice. Coke on the plane, they had to ground it twice before the flight. And that's word to my Christian lubes. Chefry, nothing like the mother Christian dudes. Brew, don't get it confused. I sport mode the F-type and then just let it cruise. The punchline, the beat until it walk a bruise. I'm hella cool. Just because the dude foul, he can't defile me. Got angels all around me like Charlie. I can feel him but don't see him hardly. Partly why my faith strong, but that's a different story. Metaphorically and allegorically.
Something that I want the nation to focus on with the little time that I have today. That is brotherhood. Brotherhood, which follows with sisterhood, is the same thing. Brotherhood is the final chamber. See, we can get deep with all the prophecy. We can understand all the breakdowns. But if we can't solve the puzzle of brotherhood, then we've accomplished nothing.
I ain't changing on my brothers, Yahweh forbid. That's Malachium towards your Achium, don't suffer sin. I pray that y'all keep them grounded and protected by angels. It's the end times and brotherhood is the final chamber. I ain't changing on my brothers, Yahweh forbid. That's Malachium towards your Achium, don't suffer sin. I pray that y'all keep them grounded and protected by angels. It's the end times and brotherhood is the final chamber. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes I am, yes I am. No evil eye, no crucifix, I never cross. Do all things through Christ, yes I can, yes I can. How you expect to keep the law but don't wanna be taught them? Awesome is he that left examples just for us to follow. I love my brethren, I abide in the light of the Father. Do is better, help your fella if he fall to sin. No greater love than laying down your life for a friend. Gather yourselves together, Jacob, this the latter days. If you enduring to the end, the saints shall be saved. We give them praise and in Yahweh shall we keep the faith. And store our riches in heaven until we reach the gates. I ain't changing on my brothers, Yahweh forbid. That's Malachium towards your Achium, don't suffer sin. I pray that y'all keep them grounded and protected by angels. It's the end times and brotherhood is the final chamber. I ain't changing on my brothers, Yahweh forbid. That's Malachium towards your Achium, don't suffer sin. I pray that y'all keep them grounded and protected by angels. It's the end times and brotherhood is the final chamber.
Am I my brother's keeper? That's a law, keep it legal. You are part of my nation, I look at you as an equal. Together make them retreat, divided then they may defeat our common enemy. They absorb itself as the eagle. They kill us at their leisure. Culture they gave us was lethal. We bear witness to their evil. Worst of all with Jim Visa. White Jesus what they feed us. They mentally enslave us though they physically released us. Put spirits on our people. Together they on cold. Only thing I do admire. Unity and brotherhood will make their kingdom soon expire. Zephaniah 2 and 1. That's what the Lord requires. Laws of faith. Plus together, your nation not desire final change.
I ain't changing on my brothers, Yahweh forbid. That's Malachium towards your Achium, don't suffer sin. I pray that y'all keep them grounded and protected by angels. It's the end times and brotherhood is the final chamber. I ain't changing on my brothers, Yahweh forbid. That's Malachium towards your Achium, don't suffer sin. I pray that y'all keep them grounded and protected by angels. It's the end times and brotherhood is the final chamber.
I hope y'all like that. That was Supplication by Roy the Chef. It's dangerous out here. I hope you guys make it home safe.
Yo, check it out. You ain't worried about that. They're gonna show you at the end. So that
Yo, what was that about? Don't worry about it. You wouldn't understand.
Placed in a timeline a long time ago. I'm just trying to figure out where I fit. I see the world for what it is. Down to the gates of hell we descend, serving the gods of our fathers without no need to repent. We morally blinded, looking for water in dry deserts. With our efforts we apply more pressure. Who be praying for me? Trying to pull out some pleasure from pain, and we keep this up until nothing remains. The world keeps spinning, poor get poor, rich get rich, the good die young. Shots pop, chicks get hit, death is surround us. You can't escape the angel when he calls. Your days are numbered, don't you waste them all. And time keep ticking, with the hand of God I write my vision, hoping my family can go and make a lifestyle with it. Your pain come with a story, you could beat your issue, but if you kill yourself today, you gon' take it with you. Live longer, we here for what we here for.
What you here for?
The story to tell. I don't know where my story gon' end, but if I wake up, I'll do it again. I just gotta live longer. I just gotta live longer. Who am I? I'm just passing by with the wisdom from the one. Don't you forget it. You were sent on this mission to bear witness. Humanity tripping, right and wrong inside the pot, they mixed it. Kill a kid with a gun, shoot him down in his kitchen. Kill a kid in the womb, they gon' tell you it's different. You should ask, what's life? The burden you carry is to observe. In a place where you get nailed to a cross, speaking the word. Take laws, break laws, who really protect it? In God we trust, who really respect it? This America race to the finish line, black and white, who supreme? 60 shots, knee to the neck. Yeah, it's hard to breathe, you crying for peace, trying to release anger, you hanging your head down in defeat, cause you see your people in need. Who are we? Questions we avoid, not to get destroyed. For the pleasures we enjoy, we ain't making noise. You see us struggling, lack of understanding of our nature. The way we truly are is not the way they take us. Dealing with scars that the last generation gave us. Parents create us, but they can't save us. Some sleeping in a slumber, they'll never wake up. For the sake of everything good, I'd save them all if I could. Listen clear. Be aware your pain come with a story. Don't forget to leave it here. Live longer. We here for what we here for. What you here for? Got the story to tell. I don't know when my story gonna end, but if I wake up, I'll do it again. I just gotta live longer. Do it again. Do it again. I just gotta live longer.
When you bought to a lower state, you must learn to be patient. You come to serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptation. Who trusted Yah was misled in our past generations. No one forsaken, you mistaken if you ain't obeying. No lying on no tale bearing. Get thee behind me, Satan. That's my brother, no bloodshed. Get thee behind me, Satan. No idolatry, no adultery.
Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. Yasha Allah, Shah Shabbat. The water for tuning in to another episode of the Bar4Bar. You see the title, Mock Now, See Later. Right? Drewski, what are you doing, my brother? What are you doing? We're going to get into this video that I'm pretty sure everyone has seen. If you haven't seen, I don't know if you're living under a rock or what. We're going to dive into this video, Bar4Bar style, SOT style, and go into what we see, what we detect, a little bit of what Drewski got going on and the propaganda that he's portraying as it comes to the quote-unquote Israelites, Hebrew Israelites, and what we're doing in our mission, goal, and statements as a nation, right, and as a people, and how we're really trying to change the lives of so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. But as propaganda and media arises in these last days, you know, the depiction of us goes in a light like this, where it's just pure mockery, showing hypocrisy, and that our movement should not be taken seriously, when movements like us were the reason why we have quote unquote said freedoms. If we didn't have brothers like Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, let's even go into Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, right, and all the other men and women that fought for the lives of our people, we wouldn't even be able to sit on platforms like this or to mock a group of brothers and sisters and families in a nation that goes out and teaches our people to stop smoking weed, stop selling dope, stop being whores, stop the madness, stop the killing, right? Love one another, come together, keep God's commandments in faith and in sincerity and in truth. To mock that, we got to talk about that. We must talk about this, right? We must talk about this because we understand who's really behind this, Mr. Dre. I think his name is Dre. Call him Dre for that video. We know who's behind this. We understand. You know, you probably didn't get a conversation from the tops who we know is behind all of that. But obviously, everything goes down the chain of command, right? And what you can say, what you can't say, right? Why you did it. You know, obviously the good brothers at IUIC, they was down in Atlanta at the, what's the name of the dude church? 2819, what's the name? Brothers don't know the name of that church?
Philip Anthony Mitchell. Yeah,
his church, right? Right, they're down there, you know, destroying that whole 28.
Something like that, some random number.
Yeah. They're down there destroying that and bringing it out, as well as probably other brothers was down there as well. And then right after that, he drops that video. So we know Philip Anthony is probably in cahoots with Drewski. We ain't stupid, right? We can understand what they're trying to do. The message that was put out that day was get out of those churches, repent, keep God's commandments and faith, and be better as so-called Blacks and stop living as the stereotype. I know that's what they was pushing out there. But to muddy the waters, you got to make a video like that. To muddy the waters, you must make propaganda and a video like that. So it seems like that group don't take them serious, but they have to allow entertainers to do it. Why do they allow an entertainer to do it?
Yes.
Because entertainers have become our new leaders. Let me get a video. Hold on. Say something real quick, Nakawa Shah Aharon about.
Khan, it's the for me it's the mockery of our people.
Khan, like how you said, this is all a political.
Go ahead, Kat. You got it.
Oh, I got a delay. I got a bad delay. So you start. I'm gonna refresh and I'll come in.
God, I don't want. Hey, but it's like I said, it's the mockery, that comes behind the video. But if you remember, a lot of our entertainers do skits like this. You even remember back in the day when Coming to America came out, you had Arsenio Hall, Eddie Murphy, in a barbershop setting where the brothers was talking about Martin Luther King, and the uproar that went behind, just those statements. Even Ice Cube's video, where they were in a barbershop and Cedric, an entertainer, was talking about Rosa Parks. These are the type of scenarios that come out, and information that come out that bring mockery behind your civil rights leaders, your movements of your blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, to make light of it and to joke behind it. It tries to diminish the value that these brothers or sisters that are actually bringing to our community. So a lot of people just view it as entertainment, but it's a mockery to your people and to your God, man. That's why the uproar is so heavy. That's why our people, man, we shouldn't view this just as entertainment. This is mockery, man.
That's right, and that's that. And let's be honest. At first glance, I did laugh. Right, it was funny, but then I watched it, and I said, this is. I could see how it's good for getting the word out, and people may want to look into who Israelites are. Of course, people are gonna see what do they really teach. But also on the other hand, when they see us on the street, them is them dudes Drewski was talking about. Look at them. Just how he painted them. That's just how they are.
Yep.
So now the message can be blocked just off that one video that's gonna get 1 million views. Because we're gonna break it down here. I mean, I hope Aharon could break it down. I hope Aharon can come back on here, because when I watched it with Aharon, he was giving some great insight too. Because it's a lot of madness, man, when you look at it. So I'm hoping the brother can get back on. But I want to show this when we're talking about our basketball players and our athletes and comedians and rappers being our leaders nowadays, man. This is not a message of old that we teach. Our leaders have been teaching this. Watch this.
Just told you a little while ago, these leaders that they call leaders, this included Lena Horne, this included Dick Gregory, and this included comedians, comics, trumpet players, baseball players. Show me in the white community where a comedian is a white leader. Show me in the white community where a singer is a white leader.
Show me that. Show me where these people are the leaders of a community. The leaders of our community are comedians. LeBron James is of the world. Rappers, a rapper. These dudes is looking up to NBA Youngboy as a leader. These dudes is crying and crashing out at an NBA Youngboy concert.
Bring it out, Edwin.
You got to open your eyes, man. We are the only people that have set people as our leaders. Give me Isaiah 3. And the Lord prophesied about that. Give me Isaiah 3. Start at the top. Let me see. Let me get there. Start at the top.
Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 1.
Go ahead.
For behold, the Lord of hosts, doth take away from Jerusalem and from Judah the
Stop right
slave.
there. Block it. So right here in Isaiah, the Lord is talking about things he's gonna take away from Judah and Jerusalem. Jump to verse 2. I want to get right to the point.
Verse 2. The mighty man and the man of war, the judge and the prophet and the prudent and the ancient.
The Most High has taken that away from our community. There is no more mighty men. When you think about a mighty man, you're thinking about a rapper, a gangster, a thug. That is a mighty man today. Today, a mighty man is not the man that goes to work and his job is sanitation. His job is a janitor. His job, he delivers things. His job is a doctor or a nurse, a lawyer. These people, and they come home and they take care of their family. They're telling the young kids, stop throwing trash in the street, breaking up fights instead of getting involved in the fight. The mighty men is gone. Our mighty men have become little Dirks. Julio, are y'all watching the trial of the dude Julio that died in Florida? I think the girl is like 18 years old. She about to go to jail for the rest of her life, possibly because of her boyfriend. Like our people have taken on this complex of to be real and thuggish and gangster. That's how you be real when it comes to black people. Not knowing that comes from the mafia. Those are the Caucasian thugs, the Caucasian Negroes. That's what they are. Selling drugs and thieves and robbing and killing their own people. But what do we want to do? Everybody want to be a Al Capone or a Scarface. We want to portray these things, but the Lord said he has taken. When you look at the mighty men of the scriptures, they was fighting for their people. Moses, a mighty man, fighting for his people. He was willing to die for his own. Malcolm X went on the screen, willing to die for his own.
That's right, man.
Now our people is only willing to die for a bag or clout. Think about it. In 2025, our people are willing to die for clout. You willing to risk your life because a rapper said your name in a song and you didn't like it. When rap is entertainment, I don't take none of it serious. I don't care who snitch, who did snitch, who live in the real life, who not. It is all entertainment. All of it. It's not real. That's not their reality. Exactly. Adopting the Italian mobsters. The mighty man is gone. Who is the man of war? If the so-called black nation had to go to war, who's the men of war that's going to stand up and fight? Who's going to be the voice? So what did you gotta? The mockery. They gotta put the propaganda of mockery. That video is to show you that these dudes on the street corners are not your leaders. That is the message. It's funny. It's gonna get clout. You can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth, we understand. We do. We understand that at SOT. So obviously, as you push that fringes, people are gonna look into it. But the purpose of that video is to show you that the dudes on the street corner with the fringes, those are not your leaders. They cannot be taken serious. They are hypocrites too. And all they care about is colorism when we don't. Erdogan just sat down, the general just sat down with the Edomite, had to express that this is not about colorism at all. This brother's going to be fair, dark, in between. Sister, same way. It's not about color. It's about repentance.
That's right, man.
It's about repentance. It's about changing the mind state of our people. There needs to be a paradigm shift in the mindsets of our people. in every which way. Christianity, Islam is teaching our people to hate their own God when we have the only true God. It's an evil message. It was funny. I keep saying it. It was funny at first glance. It was. But then you watch it and this is an evil message. Because it's only to portray that these dudes, those is hypocrites, and they don't really lead for real. All they care about is hating white people and being black. But wait a minute, didn't Malcolm X feel the same way? Didn't the Black Panther Party feel the same way? Isn't that why Rosa Parks sat on that bus? Because she was tired of the colorism.
So like they be making memes about them today.
Of course. Of course, because it's all propaganda to show that your movements are nothing.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it is. It's to show that your movements that y'all have, it can't be taken seriously. Let's keep going on, Malcolm.
Leader, or a dancer or a trumpet player is a white leader. White community where trumpet players, baseball players. Show me in the white community where a comedian is a white leader. Show me in the white community where a singer is a white leader, or a dancer or a trumpet player is a white leader. These aren't leaders. These are puppets and clowns that have been set up over the black community by the white community and have been made celebrities and usually say exactly what they know that the white man wants to hear.
Exactly. So tell me almost 80 years ago, however long this video is out, that Malcolm X is lying. That we're not saying the same exact thing.
Right.
Tell me we're not saying the same exact thing about these celebrities. When LeBron James spoke up, what did Trump tell him to do? Shut up and dribble.
That's right, man.
You're a basketball player. The reason you can even play basketball is because my friends own the billion-dollar corporation and the arena in the NBA. Shut up and dribble. I made you rich. You could never start your own league. You had the Negro League and you gave it up to be with them. You had your own fountains and we gave it up to be with them. We had our own schools and we gave it up to be with them. So now that we want to reverse the things and we want to have our own schools now, we want to read the Bibles for ourselves. We want to exclude y'all from being with us. Now we evil.
Right.
You see it? Do you understand now? Now we're evil for this. Because we want nothing to do with it. Keep going. Hold on, wait. I missed the part 2. The judge. There is no judge in the community no more. Everyone has an opinion. But no one's going to judge the people according to God, as it says. The prophets. You looking at them. The brothers on the street corners, we out telling you what's going to happen. And 9 times out of 10, through the scriptures, it's happening.
Mm-hmm.
There is no more prudent men. Actually, our people now despise the prudent man and the ancient.
Mm-hmm.
I just seen an article this morning. Let me read the head title. I just seen an article this morning that was sent to me. It says 17-year-old accused of beating his grandmother, 73 years old, to death inside Mississippi church they attended. How? That's the caption that my father sent me this morning. 17-year-old accused of beating his grandmother. We don't care about the ancient men no more. The ancient women. Our people have it figured out and think they know it all already. So now we can't tell them nothing. And the Most High has taken these things away. There is no captain of 50. Who's the honorable man? Name an honorable black man. Name one. Name one. No, I'm serious. In the chat, 93 of y'all, name an honorable black man. Outside of the Israelite community, name an honorable black man that our people can listen to and look up to. Name one. That's not a celebrity. That's not an entertainer. That's not a rapper. Name one. That's living today. Name them. Brother said Farrakhan. He said, I don't know any. Hey, that's crazy. John Addison, I don't know any. I don't know anyone. I'm waiting in the chat. Let's go. Come on. In the chat. Black community. Come on. Name one. Umar. She said Umar is all I got. But we got Umar and Farrakhan. And Umar kind of low-key went to celebrity right too when he was streaming a little bit. That's right.
That's right.
But that's real. Philip said, outside of Israelites and celebrities, I can't name one. Can't name them. Because during that era, it was their job to silence our leaders' mics.
That's right.
With the murder, Malcolm X, gone. MLK, one of his last benedictions. Hey man, I'm leading my people into a burning house. Gone. Everybody is selling out now. Because what? The Most High said he's taken away the captain of 50, the honorable men, the counselors, the cunning artificers, the eloquent orators. Who's going up against the white supremacists in this new culture that is coming about through the Charlie Kirk era and is eloquently orating on the behalf of us and why he's absolutely wrong in his percentages. His statements are misconstrued and based on white supremacy.
Right.
We don't have that. Instead, this is what we have. We're going to get into it. Instead, this is what we have. Imagine. When was Malcolm X around? What year? Civil rights. Imagine in the civil rights era. Imagine in the civil rights era, somebody did a video like this mocking Malcolm X. Imagine in the civil rights era, somebody mocking Martin Luther King like this, Rosa Parks like this, Marcus Garvey like this. Imagine. Imagine that. Saying, watch this. Watch this. I got to use Malcolm X because they say he was an extremist. Right. Imagine this. Imagine this. Imagine this image right here. And they said, damn. Well, what's the title of this video? Them spiritual dudes be aggressive. There it is, right there. And that's the picture. And that's the picture, though. Imagine. Them spiritual dudes be aggressive. That's the image. Same message. Maybe Tariq Nasheed, yes. I can say that. I can name a few. 19 Qs is on that. Yaqui, as far as herbalists, but even a lot of they going into the streamer world. But as a leader, you have to now. Okay. You have to. So we in that world. But yeah, those are some good brothers. Hey, he says some call Malcolm an extremist, but many of our people loved him. Right? Now imagine he do a skit on this. Why not? Because he's an extremist. He taught black love only. Get away from the white man. Yes, he did.
That's right.
Yes, he did. Stop marrying them. Yes, he did. Muhammad Ali, the same thing. Cassius Clay. Yeah, yes, he did. Definitely. So are they spiritual dudes that's aggressive? Let's see. See, and the title is crazy. Spiritual dudes, that's what? Why he couldn't say spiritual dudes that's passionate?
Mm-hmm.
Gotta paint the Israelites in a negative connotation. That's the first thing I looked at. After I watched it for a joke, the first time I read the title, spiritual dudes aggressive. That's a bad title, Drewski.
We're aggressive, we're criminals, and we hypocrites.
That's right.
It has to be negative. It doesn't say Israelites are aggressive. Hebrew Israelites are aggressive. Those spiritual dudes on the streets be aggressive. Akim, this got 50,000 likes. You understand?
That's on YouTube.
That's on YouTube. On Instagram, the last time I checked, it had 700,000 likes. 700,000 likes. The title is "The Spiritual Dudes on the Street Be Aggressive." So when someone comes to the camp, what is the first thing they're gonna think?
Yep.
It's in the title. That's speculated. That is speculated. I think I heard Deacon might have said that this might be a real camp. I've heard brothers say that some of these dudes look familiar. They just can't pinpoint it. Me, I'm like, Drewski is behind a major corporation. This is my thought process. I was telling the brothers earlier. Drewski is behind a major corporation, right? When we talk about his agency, right? And we're gonna get into who it's run by. But he's behind a major corporation. Mm-hmm. This is an easy skit to do and find people. Easy. Black man, beard, no beard, fringes. That's a costume. That is easy for his people, his team to do and collab with. That's how I'm thinking. Like it's too easy to do because he do all kind of skits. Remember, he painted himself as a whole white man. Mm-hmm. Got too many skits of him being a female. Yeah, Drewski, your claim to fame. All right, dressed like a female. All right, but it could be a camp. But I do think it's easy for somebody to make just fringes. It's not that deep to get a Yahweh. That's you just watch the. Come on, you got higher ups probably telling them how to do all this.
Right.
Say this. Don't say that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think ever in this video, which we say the most, you're a Hebrew Israelite. You're an Israelite. Did he ever say that?
Mm-hmm. You said Black Power. You don't say that shit.
When we say Black Power. Or it could be, hey, now that's a good one. They could be former members.
Mm.
Brothers that hate the truth now, crashing out. Yeah, you get all that stuff off. It's like this is too easy to find Israelite stuff. All right. So let's play this. I think Cap in the back trying to figure it out. There we go. Oh, no, we fell off again. All right, let's play this.
Black man. That's right.
The first thing you can notice, man, is the dude has on a Yahweh shirt, though.
Mm-hmm.
The dude has on a Yahweh shirt. That's the first thing I noticed. I say, dang, they got the Yahweh shirt. He is all out for this skit.
Mm.
He probably can't even pronounce Yahweh. Like, if you what that say on that shirt, he probably don't know.
You don't know what it is.
But all for the skit, he put that shirt on him. Fringes, perfect. Crisp fringes. That's how he had to either buy it from somewhere. They didn't probably, he bought this from online somewhere probably.
Brother's got the armor on and everything. Man.
Armor, armbands, menorah. Look like it got 7 candlesticks on it. The right menorah, the right armband. He got one armband on, one armband off. We don't do that.
Look at Drewski got the I don't know what those bracelets is. The one that the Hamites be putting on their necks. I don't
it's like an armband. It's like a gold armband. Got the garment on with the fringes. Brothers got on black shoes. You see it, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's complete mockery. Mm-hmm. But all he's screaming is black man.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
Then he getting on the marching, which we understand. We actually at SOT we march down the camp when we deep in numbers. We'll march down the camp. When give me that in Joshua when they marched around. Give me that in Joshua. And then we know obviously IUIC marches and a lot of other camps march. A lot of other camps. I be with LOZ. They march. They'll march into some. Why do we march into it? Because it shows the power. It shows the structure. It shows order and stability. Why do we have to show that as Black people? Because our people don't have it. That's the purpose of marching, to show the power, the structure, the stability, the order, the syncness, the one-mindedness of the people. That we can come together. Think about when we prep for our march. We gotta come there, we gotta practice that. That brothers came together and practiced that so it could be on point, it can be right. They have structure and order in the system and a system to follow. That's what our people need to see. My Ottawa told me something. The general told me something, man. He heard a message and he said, man, Black people is a hard people to teach, man.
That's right.
They are hard teaching people to teach. They want you to be so charismatic and so much enthusiasm. You gotta be something special for Black people to follow. They ain't gonna follow any and every ordinary body. They not gonna do that. So the marching is a way to get the people to see what is this movement. Why are there Black, Latinos, and Native American organized like this? What are they doing? Then it could say, what is their message? Because there's nowhere these people are marching without a message. But look, the message here is to show that marching stuff ain't serious. Them dudes is just screaming on the street. They don't stand for nothing. That's what he's trying to show the people.
That's right.
Because y'all forgot about this. Mocking this is like mocking this right here. Hold on, let me get through this commercial. Mocking this is like. Hold on, let me go back.
This year marks 30 years since the iconic Million Man March on the National Mall. Prince George's County leaders hosted an event today that honored the march, but also discussed the state of Black America today. News 4's Jessica Albert has our story.
On October 16th, 1995, the National Mall was filled with African-American men, a demonstration meant to uplift and promote unity among Black men in the country. 30 years.
That's what the marches are about.
That's right.
To promote unity, structure. Yo, we got to come together. But you won't mock this. You wouldn't dare mark the Million Man March. Why would you do that? You wouldn't dare mark this. But technically, you are, even though we don't stand for the same thing as far as NOI and Israelites. In a sense, we stand for the same thing.
That's right.
Our people got to change. They got a different agenda and a different way they teach it. But the message is, and if you broke it down to the simplest term, our people have to change and come together. They must. They must. All right? Keep going on this a little.
Years later, the significance of the Million Man March is being honored in Prince George's County.
All right, so we won't even go all into this video, but I just wanted to show that how you won't mock something like that because the man. Watch this. Why do we have to do a 1,000,000-man march? Why? Put it, somebody in the chat. Why do we have to do a 1,000,000-man march? Y'all remember? Y'all forgot. Yo, you can't even find videos on this stuff no more. I forgot what we had to do 1,000,000-man marches, man.
Where legal remedies are not at hand, redress is sought in the streets, in demonstrations, parades, and protests, create tension, and threaten violence, and threaten lives. We face, therefore, a moral crisis as a country and people.
Because it was taking us to jail for rights that the Lord gave us. This is why we marching. Because we marching today because they're still shooting us down in the street.
Mm-hmm.
They just convicted the officer that shot the woman that was holding the boiling water. White people was trying to make it out that she was gonna throw the water on the officer. That man shot that woman in the head. Keep going.
It cannot be met by repressive police action. It cannot be left to increase demonstrations in the streets. It cannot be quieted by token moves or talk. It is a time to act. Congress, in your state and local legislative body, and above all of our daily lives. It is not enough to pin the blame on others. To say this is a problem of one section of the country or another. Or the facts that we face. A great change is at hand. And our task, our obligation, is to make that revolution, that change, peaceful and constructive for all. Those who do nothing are inviting shame as well as violence. Those who act boldly are recognizing right as well as reality. This is one country. It has become one country because all of us and all the people who came here had an equal chance to develop their talent. We cannot say that 10% of the population can't have that right. Your children can't have the chance to develop whatever talent they have. But the only way that they're going to get their rights is to go in the street and demonstrate. I think we owe them and we owe ourselves a better country than that.
I want to rip the skin off you. You forgot though. Yes, you did. I'm gonna show you why you forgot, because you're doing this. That's why you forgot, because you're doing this.
Yep.
And it's the same message. Your history, the fight that you had, forget about it. Move on.
Mm-hmm.
We will never forget about 9/11. We will never forget about the Holocaust. Never. Columbus Day is a day in schools where people in schools have it off. There's no school in certain counties and cities for Columbus Day. You'll never forget it. They allow you to remember MLK because of his message. But what about Rosa Parks Day? What about why is there no Malcolm X Day? What about Marcus Garvey Day? What about these days where the black leaders stepped up to fight against something? To show that we wasn't standing for that BS no more. So that's why they got to mock prophets. Give me that in Joshua.
You want the marching of the people? Count that one. This is the book of Joshua, chapter 6. We'll begin at verse 15. And it came to pass on the 7th day that they rose early about the dawning of the day and compassed the city after the same manner 7 times. Only on that day they compassed the city 7 times. And it came to pass at the 7th time, when the priests blew the trumpets, Joshua said unto the people, shout, for Yahweh hath given you the city.
Right? The marches is to show that stability, man.
That's right.
Why we shouting? To show that we have come back to our God. Why we yelling, chant, screaming Yahweh in Yahweh Shai? Because we have come back to our God. We have come back to our heritage. We have come back to our laws. We have come back to our faith. But in 2025, they gotta mock the prophets, man.
Mm-hmm.
They gotta mock those men that are trying their best to clean up cities. Why you didn't show that? Why you didn't show IUIC cleaning up cities, going to different countries, talking to other people?
Yep.
Why you didn't show SOT, a brother, 2 or 3 homeless brothers, sisters walking up? Hey, you need water? Take some chips. You cold? Go buy this man gloves, man. It's the Sabbath. Go get him gloves. Somebody give him your jacket. Why you ain't show that? Why you ain't show ISUPK down under the bridge in Texas helping the Haitians? Why you ain't show that aspect? Doing a barbecue, helping the homeless. They doing that. Why you ain't show BOW changing the lives of Crips and Bloods out there in Cali? Why you ain't show that? Why you ain't show brothers like Deacon debating top scholars, showing that we are the people? They're gonna. Why you ain't showing that? They don't want to show us they can't show us in a positive light, changing the lives of people. And Salaki for all the brothers and sisters camps, I might have forgotten. But they don't want to show us in that positive light. They must say that we are aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
Because what comes with aggression? Usually you're gonna act on it, but let me know, y'all, if this is aggressive. Is this aggressive? Y'all let me know if this is aggressive here. I think that this is aggressive, but we always considered the aggressors. Always. It's the stereotype, the aggressive black woman and the aggressive black man. But if I'm not mistaken, this was gruesomely aggressive. He stood on his neck 9 minutes. He stood on his neck for 9 minutes. Didn't even check to see if he had a pulse. Didn't even, you all right? Just holding you down here. Don't move. You didn't do that. Stop moving. Just push harder. There's a whole era of if you're black and you got a hoodie on, and you might want to be afraid of him. The Trayvon Martin era. Our 9 and 12-year-olds, they're too big, so if they got a pop gun, be careful. Shoot them. Tamir Rice. Sandra Bland. The list doesn't stop, and this is in the 2000s. It's not, we ain't talking ancient. We ain't talking ancient. Talking 2000s is still happening. Trey Reed, where I look every Sabbath, I dedicate to look up Trey Reed. Do you know there is no more information? It has stopped flooding. The information on Trey Reed has stopped. I make it my duty to look every single Sabbath. I want to know. The first thing I wake up, Trey Reed, where's the information on it? They haven't come out with it. They haven't publicized it yet. Why? I'm reading different articles. Maybe they say that there isn't foul play. Maybe they're holding back the information to build a better case. Still, no information. Yeah, we're going to get to that part, the garment part. We're going to get to that. They won't show that the Israelites stood for this. And we talked about this for months and months and months. But they won't talk about that. They got to make mockery here.
That's right. Receive this word, white man. That's right.
Like we care about the white man that much. A white man will walk past, 10 white people can walk past the camp. We ain't saying nothing to them. Matter of fact, they come talk to us. We have never forced a white woman or white man to bow. They bow on their own. That's called their white guilt. Let's get another video. Say something real quick, Nicole.
Hey, but it shows you, man, the extent that our people will go to for money. You're willing to tear down your leaders for $1. To sell out your leaders for $1, man. You take on the role of Judas when you do skits like this. You selling your people short, man. But it's the mock. Hey, give me Amos 5 and 10. It's the mockery that comes behind it. That I mean, it take it to another level. Because as the Adawan was eloquently putting out, IUIC, they stood with the Nation of Islam. So not only are you making mockery of the Israelites as a whole, and we stand with our brothers from IUIC. It's not just about the colors that them brothers had on, but those are our brothers. We look at it as you mocking Israel, you mocking our nation, what we stand for, the solidarity of our people. And our people love to mock this because you can't fathom the unity that comes behind your people gathering together. The Million Man March, it was so beautiful that you see man, well over 1 million men gathering together for the unity of our people, for the injustices of our people. But our people in this generation, they can't fathom that beauty that comes behind that. They can't fathom the beauty that came behind our people joining together, even during the civil rights movement, because it's all about you and yours. So then when you have those who will stand against the injustices, read that in Amos.
Book of Amos, chapter 5 and verse 10. They hate him that rebuketh in the gate.
Salakia. So this is what's happening. When you make joking gestures about the Israelites and how we stand on the corners and how we teach our people. We're not teaching our people to rape, rob, and murder, sell drugs to our people. We're teaching our people to elevate themselves. Keep reading.
And they abhor him that speaketh uprightly.
So when you make these type of skits, you're doing what? You're abhorring them that speak uprightly. Name one thing that we teaching that's in violation of what so-called Christianity is supposed to follow. That's what's crazy doing this, man. This is about views, jokes, and money. You would rather tear down your people for $1? How that shows you how low and how far from the Most High God our people are, man. And this is why we got to continue to go out in the streets. We got to continue to teach our people, because you hate them that rebuke in the gate.
Right.
You abhor the right speaking of the Israelites, no matter what state, city, or nation they in. For you to make mockery of it, man, it shows you that the scriptures are true.
Mm-hmm.
It shows you. Go give me the book of Wisdom of Solomon.
Look it up.
It shows you how our people view it, and even Solomon brought it out, man, because Solomon had the wisdom of his time. Give me Salakia, give me Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2.
Mm-hmm.
And give me verse 13. Salakia, verse 12.
This book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, and verse 12.
Come.
And it reads, "Therefore, let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our own turn.
Yep.
And he is clean contrary to our doings."
So the Israelite manner is contrary to those who live unrighteous. So it's easier for you to make mockery of it than actually sit down and listen to what we're saying. Keep reading.
"He upbraideth us with our offering, Salaki, of our offending the law. And object it to our infamy, the transgressing of our education."
And objective to our infamy, the transgressing of our education. So what you were supposed to learn, you rejecting it. What is somebody in the chat? What is the definition of infamy? Let's see our studious brothers and sisters can give the definition of infamy. Brothers and sisters on Google right now trying to find what infamy is.
Blue letter, infamy.
That's right. Hey, the officer quick with it. Infamy is the state of being well known for some bad quality or deed. So what is the bad quality or deed? Read that verse again.
God one.
Right where upbraiding us with our offending of the law. Start right there.
God one. "He upbraideth us with our offending the law. And objected to our infamy, the transgressings of our education."
So objective you to your well-known, contrary walking, pride having, rebellious, stiff-necked heart against the law. That's what we do. That's why we object to the ways of the unrighteous. So you rather make jokes about it. Keep reading.
One. "He professeth to have the knowledge of God, and he calleth himself the child of the Lord."
So you make mockery of those who profess to be the sons of the Most High God, to bring you the words of life, to keep you from the state of death, man, to bring light where there's darkness. And you rather make $1 off of the jokes that come behind it. Not only did Drewski do it, but you had Mike Epps do the same thing. We ain't forgot.
Yeah,
we have not forgot.
Yeah. Hey, watch this, Cap. Watch this.
That's right.
Watch this. There's a couple ways I want to go, but I want to get this. I want to get this real quick. Read this on the screen now. Look at the title of this. Wisdom of Solomon 5. in the GMT. The regrets of the wicked. Watch this. Read this for me.
One. The regrets of the wicked. On that day, someone righteous, full of confidence, will stand before those who oppressed him and made light of his labors.
Mm-hmm. See, that's what they're doing. These little sketches and videos, and they making light of the labor that we putting in.
That's right.
Yo, we usually don't do this, but we teach solidarity and brotherhood. But can you make light of this? We usually don't do stuff like this. They have a youth violence and conflict resolution.
That's right, man.
That's what our people need. Priest Kaya, they're not hearing the conversations that we having when we talking about prison ministries out.
Nope.
But we need to go into the prisons, into the youth, and get in contact. We need to go into Clayton County jails. We need to go into the prisons and talk to the youth. They're not hearing these conversations. They're not in the conversations of the brothers of Delight of Zion, LOZ, when they have done prison ministries and went into the jails of Fort Lauderdale. They're not, because they don't care about that. They have made our labors light.
Right.
They don't care that we're taking 18-year-old men with no fathers in their lives and fathering them. We're not counseling divorces. We're counseling marriages and to stay together in the solidarity in the beauty of marriage.
Yeah.
The beauty of fatherhood. They taking light the labor of what we're trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
Taking care of the widows.
That's right.
See, because then we get to bragging, bro. Stop, Kai, stop, because then we're gonna start. I don't want to take it that way. Yahweh says, don't show your left hand with your right hand. But they taking light, like we don't love our nation. The point of the conversation is we love our nation so much that we're willing to do whatever it takes to see them keep the commandments of God and have faith in Christ. To change.
Salakia. They're not making videos on Israelite camps driving to the border to give our people food.
Yeah.
Give our people clothing. Sending truckloads down to the border for our people. They not shedding light on those videos.
They not. We just had. I'm not even. Never mind. Keep reading.
Well, they will be amazed to see him safe and will tremble with terrible fear.
Then what?
Then they will regret what they did. In groaning in anguish, they will say to each other.
What will they say?
This is the one we made fun of.
The dumb is the Negro.
That's right.
They had the silly clothes and the fringes and the dreads and the afros, and their sisters looked like slaves when they wore their long dresses, and their sisters was in order and they taught submission. They said the man is the head of the household. They follow some guy named Yahweh, blah, blah, blah. They dressed like Power Rangers. You know y'all know the jokes.
Yep.
Y'all know the jokes. This is the one we made fun of. Keep reading.
We thought he was a joke.
We thought these dudes was a joke. They were screaming on the street corners. They was teaching at 4 a.m.
Dagger.
Y'all forgot those camps.
Mm-hmm.
They were screaming at basketball games and strip clubs and football games for 8 hours straight with one message: repent. That we had one message for 8 hours straight, a job shift.
Mm-hmm.
We thought these dudes was a joke. What they gonna say, y'all?
We thought he was crazy to live the way he did.
They wasn't keeping Christmas days. Yo, they wasn't. Yo, it's crazy. It is 2025. There is 30-year-old men dressing up like babies in diapers with a bottle. Okay, getting their face painted, being a superhero, a white superhero at that. It is 2025. Grown men that talk about they hate the system. They can't afford it. The system is tearing them up. They dressing up. Eve finds any and every excuse to show her behind. So Halloween is the perfect one for her. She could dress up as a fairy, Mrs. Officer, Superwoman, Black Cat, Cheetah Girls, whatever. But hey, them Israelites, they was not because he gonna say that. You celebrate Christmas? That's the white man holiday. He made jokes on that. Don't you celebrate Christmas, Drewski? Will you teach your kids, Drewski, that Santa Claus comes down a chimney, eats cookies, drinks the milk, and then steals your presents? Is that what you're going to teach your children? Dre, is that what you're going to teach them? When your Jewish companions that run your higher up don't even celebrate. Come on. When they're celebrating the same feast days, are you mocking us? But the Jewish companions that your higher ups that run your agency, we're going to show the people that run your agency, they do everything we do because they stole it from us. They do everything we do. How you mocking it? They believe that they're better than you.
Yep.
They believe Jewish power. Yes, they do. Because T on their black power. They believe Jewish power. Yes, they do. You go into their books, their extra sources. Ain't no salvation for you. Heaven is for the Jew. That Christ you probably believe in, Drewski, say he's boiling feces. See that? But we're gonna tell him that. Keep reading that.
We thought he was crazy to live the way he did, and when he died, we didn't honor him.
Come on, because they would never honor us.
And now here he is, one of God's own children, with a place of his own among God's people. We were the ones who wandered off the right road.
Read it again.
We were the ones who wandered off the right road.
You say they were the ones that wandered off the right road. Because they never wanted. I ain't even gonna keep reading. Y'all can read it for yourself. They never wanted to live righteous. Instead, they was doing this.
You celebrate Christmas, don't you, brother? Yes, you do. That is a white holiday.
What? Is it not though? It's December 25th, Jesus' birthday. So you making mockery, but actually that's the truth.
Right.
Give me that in Nehemiah. Give me Nehemiah 4:1. You're mocking, but that's actually the truth. And when we tell our people that, they get mad at us for that too. They hate us for that. Christmas, they don't. Thanksgiving and Christmas is the ones like they need those.
That's right.
They need those two. Read that when you got it. Nehemiah 4:1.
This is the book of Nehemiah, chapter 4, beginning at verse 1. But it came to pass that when Sanballat heard that we builded the wall, he was wroth and took great indignation and mocked the Jews.
Yes, that's the same thing. We trying to build up the nation and they just mock the Jews. Didn't Chronicles say they mock the messengers of God? That's all we come with is repent, keep the commandments. Didn't Jesus say repent or die? That's Jesus' message. Repent or die. That is the message.
Hey, holiday! Black is power! That's right! That's right! That's right! That's right! Black is power! Brother, can I speak to you, please, man? Lost another one. Do you feel as this is right? Yeah, this is my girl, bro. Boys, you need to come join us, bro.
And that's, you know why they doing this stuff? Now this is heavy. Yeah, I wish Aharon could come on here, man. He was making some great punts. I can't remember all of them, but even this is pushing the interracial marriage.
That's right.
No, them dudes on the street, do not worry about them saying that you cannot date who you want and love who you want. Do the interracial marriage thing. Do it. Don't follow this religious cult here. They're going to try to give you some shirt and persuade you not to be with the white woman and the white man that you love so much. And look what shirt he gives them.
That's right.
That's right.
Give him the Yahweh shirt.
Mm-hmm.
He gives them the Yahweh shirt. But it's a message here. Interracial marriages are okay. That's why in every commercial, every movie, it's there. Because what are we teaching you? Bro, get with your own people. Wasn't Malcolm X teaching that?
Mm-hmm.
Marcus Garvey wasn't teaching that? Our leaders, they weren't teaching, yo, get with your own people. There's another video.
Who act friendly toward Negroes. A fox acts friendly toward the lamb. And usually the fox is the one who ends up with the lamb chopped on his plate.
Every time.
The wolf doesn't act friendly. And therefore the wolf has more difficulty in getting the lamb chopped in his.
I'd like to point out, though, that
I say that because it is usually if you study the structure of the Negro community, economically, politically, civically, psychologically, and otherwise, it's controlled by the white liberal, who usually poses as the friend of the Negro.
As the fox.
That's right.
But they have the same objective. Get the lamb on the plate. It is the same agenda. Same agenda.
Who actually differs from the white conservative in the same way that the fox differs from the wolf. Their appetite is the same. Their motives are the same. It's only their mannerisms and methods that differ.
I would agree that no doubt there have been a large number.
He has to agree. He don't even know what to say. He buffered there. He wasn't even about to address that. Right? But our people are caught up in this life where even now the so-called black people that side with the white conservatives, white liberals, white nationalists, what do most of them do? Go out and do that.
Yep.
Most of them bash black women on their channel as the image to show that black women need to be better. And they go out. Even Patrick Mahomes' father had a joke. He says, son, you can't keep cutting the gene. I already did it once. If you keep cutting the gene, the black will be out. Patrick Mahomes' father told him that. He just laughed. He said, what you mean I'm cutting the gene? Let me see if I can find that. He literally said that. You gotta stop cutting. Yo, you got somebody here gotta get with a black woman. They don't want that black. Why a lot of the NBA, you think it's a lie when they say they be pushing them, the Edomites, on these NFL players and athletes, they pushing that on them. They want you to have one. Why? Because all your money is gonna go back to their community at the end. See what happened to Tiger Woods?
That's right. Happening to him again.
Keep playing. His son, you can't even tell he's black.
That's right. That's right. We are not equal. That's right.
And we aren't. And they know that. They know we're not equal. There's no way they would have survived 400 years of slavery. No way, shape, or form. They ain't better at us than nothing. We apply ourselves. They are not better than us at nothing.
Our ancestors did not live for this.
They didn't live for that. It's mockery, but that is true. Our ancestors did not live for that, man. Our people was getting. I showed y'all the story in Fort Myers, man. They drugged that young man in the street from the back of a car till his skin was falling off because he was in a pool with a white woman. Now we got black women hand in hand joined with the oppressor. Go hand join his hand. Didn't they make the movie about it? What was that movie? Oh, man, it was like a scary movie. Y'all know in the chat. Oh man, he was like messing with the white girl or living in like the white people's house. Dang, I forgot the name of the movie. Y'all are posted in the chat.
That was Get Out.
Get Out. Thank you. Get Out. They showed you in the movies.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Poison.
You will not stop our brothers or sisters from the Constitution. That's right.
I'd rather be in the cell than to be in hell.
Now, why would you show this? Why would you show this? Why did they get arrested here? For speaking black power, telling the white man he's greater than them. Look, I'm trying to think about the things he said in this video. Saying there's no Christmas. What else? Why did they get arrested here? This is also a play on the things we say, and our freedom of speech can get us arrested. Watch out. Maybe I'm looking too. After I'm talking to Aharon, I started looking deeper into this thing, man. when now watching it again and talking to I, like, yo, this is crazy. What kind of propaganda is this? What is this showing? That we can go to jail for speaking the truth? The truth is a crime, like my ox said? Watch out for them. Are they criminals? What's the message here? That if you join one of these groups, you can potentially go to jail? Like, what's their message? There's a message, there's a message behind all this. Because do you understand what social media is? It's dopamine effect to get you to have subjection opinions on certain matters that are being posted. So then you internalize that certain matter and then you bring that into reality. That's your reality. That's why people take social media as facts.
That's right. Hey, Salaki, I don't want.
Go ahead.
Hey, just on a broader sense and in the background motivation behind videos like this, Captain Aharon, unfortunately, internet is messed up, but I want to bring out some definitions that he wanted brought out. The number one is the court jester effect, or the politics of the jester.
Bring it out.
So it says this phrase is sometimes used metaphorically to describe when rulers or elites elevate an entertainer, comedian, or fool, as in Drewski, figure who can mock power safely, creating the illusion of dissent or representation while keeping real critique contained within entertainment.
What this is.
Historically, court jesters could speak truth to power, but in modern political analysis, the term often refers to controlled dissent or symbolic populism. And it's heavy because it shows you the political agenda behind what he's actually doing, which is the control of the mind of the people. So taking one from amongst your own community to make light of the positions of power that's being perpetrated in the earth, which is the Israelites, pushing the solidarity, the unifying of our people to bring them back together, to get them back in right standing with the laws of God. You use a fool to make light of it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's an agenda behind it. One, because of who his handler is. Because if you destroy the image of the biblical Jew, you're further pushing the synagogue of Satan, or those who have now taken on the title of Jew, who are your Ashkenazi. Further pushing you away from your natural heritage, your own history. So let's look at the second definition, which is, the captain put this, this is on point.
Mm-hmm.
Managed populism or performative populism. This describes when elites or leaders present someone from the lower class or a populist entertainer as a man of the people. But the purpose is to channel popular anger into harmless spectacle rather than real reform.
Mm-hmm.
For an example, a celebrity or entertainer or politician is used to seem relatable or authentic, but the power structure remains unchanged. And that's what Drewski is doing in this movie. You got a man from the from a lower class, one that's a jester, one that just makes jokes for people to have some sort of entertainment, tearing down the leaders of your own community. But our people find enjoyment out of this.
Mm-hmm.
All because they want to portray us as only hating the white man. These are the political agendas behind or in the background going on in this video that our people don't actually take consideration to. What's being gained or destroyed behind this video?
Mm-hmm. That's Drew, man. That's old Drewski, man. Because let's look at it. So I seen two reports, right? One report said that he's possibly signed to Talent Agency United or United Talent Agency. And then another one said he had re-signed. So he's no longer signed to United Talent Agency, and he re-signed to William Morris Endeavor, right? So let's just look that up. Let's look up WME. Let's just see who their CEO is. Or their chairman. Who's their chairman? Who's the leader of this thing here? Okay.
That's right, Cap. It's literal political science. They playing chess while we think it's just a joke.
That's right. All right. So here's Mr. Ari Emanuel, right? And you see, he's over the Endeavors, an entertainment media agency, CEO and chairman of TKO Group Holding, which owns UFC and WWE. So, this is major stuff. What's the first thing we read? What's the first thing we read about his early life?
Born to a Jewish family.
Okay. It's very simple. It's not hard to find and get information. Let's look at the other agency he was under. Let's get the other agency that he may be under or may not be under anymore. Let's just see. There's CEO, Mr. David. All right. Let me see. Let's pull him up on the good old wiki. Remember, I told you too, he was formerly signed to United Talent Agency. Mr. David, what do we see here? Tallahassee, Florida. There's a Jewish descent. So we know the message is coming down.
That's right.
Down the ladder.
The narrative is always controlled, man.
It is always controlled. Paint them in this light. Honestly, y'all, honestly. There's almost 107 Israelites in here. In your own experience, honestly, how many videos have you seen of Israelites getting arrested like this? Honestly, in your honest opinion, how many videos have you seen of Israelites getting arrested? I could think of maybe 2. Maybe 2. A lot of brothers haven't even seen it. Hey, and that's a fact. The one I remember most, I'm not even going to say the I don't want his name, but it was on a violation of he was too loud. It was on a violation. It wasn't even like because of what he said. It was the microphones were too loud. Then they turned the microphones off, I believe, and they spoke loud, and they arrested him for that. It had nothing to do with, because the propaganda here is their message and what they believe and teach. They can go to jail for that. Because watch what he's about to say next. Listen, he went to jail. Look at how he set it up. He went to jail, then what?
Free man.
John in Lalindo, chapter 16. That's right.
John in Lalindo. Or I don't know if he said in the window or in the caption says and Lindo. Which you made a good point too. Danielle, you said they ain't show a Bible once. Why? Why they didn't show? That's another thing. Their belief is all off little books they read. They ain't reading the Bible. Because where's the Bible?
Right. And white man will beneath, emancipated souls. That's right. That's right.
Great, man.
I do not need help. I will assist myself.
Like, when do we go in the store and do that?
What form of payment for this, please?
Easy for you.
Is it because my skin is black?
We out here bringing our people back to the law, statutes, and commandments, man.
At least that's the best thing they said in this video.
That's right.
That's the best thing they said in this video.
We do not follow rules made by white men. We do not follow.
But then he says this: we're bringing our people back to the laws, statutes, and commandments. Then he goes on a microphone and says this:
commandments, man. We do not follow rules made by white men.
But we don't follow rules made by white men.
What just said there? What do you mean by that?
What you mean by that? Are we lawbreakers? Is that why we got arrested in the? Most people are probably not looking that deep into it. How we look, right? They're just looking at it as comedy. But I'm trying to figure out what you mean by all of this, bro. 99% of people is not looking at it like this. But guess what? There might be some. Like, they don't follow rules. They always talk about the law, statutes, and commandments and making it about color and black. That is true. Because people turn social media into factual reality.
Yeah.
Damn, we do not follow rules made by white men.
We don't follow rules made by white men.
You are not a sister, and you will not proceed to be a sister.
I'm sorry.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Like, all we go out there to do is make the white woman or man bow down. I don't even think brothers even be. Honestly, I've never had a conversation like, yo, I want to make someone bow down today. Like, that's our agenda. That ain't. You would rather not talk to them. That's what he don't understand.
He gave him a mic.
You see what I'm saying? He gaslighting the situation. Like, as all we do is hate white people when we tell the truth about what white people have done.
Exactly.
Listen.
I don't advocate any kind of hate.
There's a lot of talk that sounds very much like it.
No, I think that the guilt complex of the American white man is so profound until when you analyze the real condition of the black man in America, instead of the American white man eliminating the causes that create that condition, he tries to cover it up by accusing his accusers of teaching hate. But actually,
exactly. That's exactly what they do. Listen again. This is exactly what they do. It's the white guilt complex. When we talk about what happened in reality, they get mad at us for talking about it and accuse us and tell us we should get over it. That was thousands, or not thousands, 100 years ago, 400 years ago. And that's not the condition that you're in. Get over it. The reason that you're in this now because you're black. You guys kill each other. You live in hoods and sell drugs. And you guys follow rappers. That's the message of Charlie Kirk. Gang members.
I don't advocate any kind of hate.
There's a lot of talk that sounds very much like it.
No, I think that the guilt.
And let's be honest, we don't advocate hate. We do not tell nobody to go do nothing to anybody.
Right.
We don't advocate hate. We just read what the Bible says. He hates Esau. We identify Esau as the white man. The white man, the Most High hates the white man. That's what we teach.
That's right.
Either way, I don't care who you make Esau to be. Honestly, you must admit the Most High hates him.
That's what it says.
I don't care who you make him out to be.
Right.
The book of Obadiah is a prophecy strictly for them. One chapter about how the Most High is going to destroy them. You can make them out to be whoever you want them to be.
That's right.
But we must agree that the Most High does hate them, and the Most High says they are the border of wicked.
Yeah.
Exactly. Our main message is to unify the people. To be concerned about what white people think and feel, but we are gonna give the truth about what white people did and said. They had a whole Ku Klux Klan. They were hanging Negroes. They were sundown towns. If you look at a white woman for too long, you died.
complex of the American white man is so profound until when you begin to analyze.
Bro, they made postcards and sent them around of them hanging black people in the back. And they took a picture with no sympathy. Nobody was crying. Everyone straight face. Mean mugging. Like we got another one.
The real condition of the black man in America.
And that's the fact. Nobody wants to talk about the real condition of the black man.
Instead of the American white man eliminating the causes that create that condition, he tries to cover it up by accusing his accusers of teaching hate. But actually, they're just exposing him for being responsible for what exists. I don't have...
And that is true. The white man has never took responsibility for what exists. And neither do your children's children.
That's right.
Neither do your children's children. That's why we read that in Isaiah. Your children's children, they got to go. They got to go to the slaughter. Get that scripture. That's why we read that to y'all. Because y'all like it did never exist. And that y'all did not reap what your forefathers done as far as the wealth and riches and greatness that they created for y'all. And we did not reap what happened to us from the hands of your people. You act like that does not exist. Bring it out.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, beginning at verse 21.
Bring it out.
Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers.
It says you got to prepare slaughter for their children for the iniquity of their fathers. Read.
That they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities.
That's right. That's right. Let's keep going. Let's finish this out, man. I'm tired of watching this, man.
Who is your master? Who is your master?
What?
What y'all doing after that? Is that a part of something?
No. This is the purpose of this entire video, you all. This is the purpose of this entire video. It was funny in the beginning. But the purpose of this video was to show you that those dudes on that street corner teaching all this black power, keeping laws, statutes, and commandments, getting arrested, trying to build black unity, is to show that these dudes cannot be taken serious. These dudes is hypocrites. On face value, it's hypocritical. Number one, because these dudes say they hate white people, and then they go and try to get with the white woman. Hypocrites. And then in the broader sense, it's to show that their entire movement is full of hypocrisy. They do not teach what they truly believe. They do not follow what they truly believe. They teach a good black power message, but they don't really follow that. That's all fake. And that's a knock on us. And that's the check of your spirit. I'm done with the video. Because y'all see what's happening now. He turned it into folly all the way. But that's a knock on us because you got to check your spirit now.
That's right.
Is that you? You may not be hollering at white women, but are you living contrary to what you teach? See, I picked it on y'all. Y'all did not think I was going to go there. Is that you? Are you living a hypocritical lifestyle? But you mighty in them streets? You mighty online? See, now you got to check your spirit. I had to check my, wait a minute. Hold on. This dude is talking straight hypocrisy here. Are you a hypocrite? Yaquan? Not the at work, I'm cool with Esau, we talk, whatever. Because I'm at work. No. Are you a hypocrite in lifestyle? Are you saying and doing not? Is that who you are? You say you a king and a god on the earth. Are you a hypocrite? You say you believe in brotherhood, do you? You say you believe in forgiveness, do you? See, now y'all gotta consider, because Drewski really calling you out.
That's right.
He saying them niggas on them streets, man. Them niggas is fake, man. Them dudes ain't living like that. Niggas is fake. Niggas is fake. He tried me. He tried us, man. He tried us with that. Them dudes is fake. This ain't real, man. You got that talking all that hoopla, black power this, hate the white man this. You go sleep with the white woman. Yes, that's what he's trying to do. You talk all this power this and keep the commandments. You break the commandments every day. Yeah. He calling out the hypocrisy. And I'm not saying brothers and sisters are hypocrites, but that's what he's trying to show the world.
That's right.
You wear fringes every day. You take them off to do wickedness. You wear fringes every. See how he took the. I'm looking at it different now. I talked to Aharon. He got me seeing it different. You walk around with your afro and your fringes and black power this and all of that hoopla with the message, and then to do wickedness, you take that costume off and go be that same Negro that you really are.
Yep.
But then y'all said you better examine yourself, man. Don't let all the folly and propaganda get to you. You got to really examine yourself, because we say we are the greatest people on the planet. What the elder said on the class with WFI, that we have to be more royal. That's true. In your walk, in your integrity, we have to be more royal. Because there's dudes like that's getting 700,000 views trying to destroy your movement.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got to ask yourself, he can destroy with his propaganda. Are you destroying it with your actions, bro?
Right.
You gotta take this thing so much more serious, because the world already is trying to destroy it by every chance it gets.
It's a lot here.
Are you really Drewski in the truth? That's become a meme. Drewski, man. Talk all that and then take his man. He ain't You fronting. You fronting in this wall. Stop playing around. Go ahead,
I was just gonna say, and because when we out there teaching, we do a lot of talking about these other religions or these other people what they follow, but a lot of times they be sold out for what they believe in. Are we actually sold out completely for what we believe in? Are we moving in that direction completely with all our heart and all our soul, like what the elder was talking about last night? Are we doing that? We got to examine ourselves.
That's right. So the hell to what Drewski doing in the propaganda that the Jewish man we know is sending down to destroy our movement and to mock our God. We gotta be sold out for this thing, because we gotta be we gotta be sold out for the truth, the law, commandments, and faith in Yahweh Shai, and then we gotta be sold out for each other, man.
That's right.
That's right.
We have too many enemies outside of this thing.
Mm-hmm.
To not have solidarity within this thing.
Right.
There's no greater love to see the brothers dwell together in unity. It's like the precious ointment that goeth down Aaron's beard. Nothing greater than that. It's too many people trying to destroy the movement outside. So we must have the solidarity within each other. Yo, no, we're not going for that. We're not going for that. All right. So we had to go through that. We had to show Mock now, see later, man. He got it. Obviously, I want every brother in that video to repent.
That's right.
Doesn't matter. But the mocking, remember, they mock Christ first. They hate me because they hate you because they hated me first. Quoting Yahushua. And that's right. Uphold your heritage, Yashala. So with that, I hope, brothers and sisters, seeing how we looked at the video, seeing how we broke it down, man, and seeing how it's actually hypocritical on his part as well, because now your next video should be about Malcolm X. Because he taught the same message we taught. Make it about Marvin Scarry. Make it about the Black Panther Party. We ain't mad.
Jewish man.
We understand. Content is content. We understand you had the agenda. Your higher ups had an agenda. You followed through. Content is content. It's gonna reach who is gonna reach in a positive way. You know, the Most High is always gonna get the glory in this, man. But for us, we gotta keep these commandments and faith in Yahweh Shai, man. Give me Brute 428. I'm in there.
It's the book of Baruch, chapter 4 and verse 28.
Bring it out.
For as it was your mind to go astray from God, so being returned, seek him 10 times more.
Seek him 10 times more.
That's right.
Lord willing, we can get to you this weekend, sis. Yeah, we get a lot of emails and we have a lot of councils. We try to do at least 2 to 3 councils a Sunday, but I mean, councils can be anywhere. They ain't quick. Councils can be from 1 hour, some councils even 30 minutes. But some councils can be 7 hours. Yes. 8 hours, one council. You understand? So we try to get to the people as quick as we can in orderly fashion, and we trying to take our time. We're not trying to rush through your situation because we understand you came to us for a reason. So we're not trying to rush through that. So we've been on some long counsel. So we try to take our time, really understand and get you the best advice through the scripture as possible with a non-biased stance. So be patient with us, since we should get to you soon, Lord willing. The brothers on my counseling team, they seen that, so they'll look out for you. Also, too, when you send in your counsels, make sure you put in your name in the subject or somewhere, so we have your name, like this is said, of your phone number. Give us a brief, not too long, but just a brief synopsis of why we doing the counsel, what you need counseling for. Right. Our brothers want to end with anything to Kawashah Daniela?
Hey, I don't want to use on fire, man.
God, our praises, man. Tired of people playing with us. You gotta stop playing with us like we not really in the communities trying to make a difference, trying to change the lives of people that's selling drugs and murderers and thieves and liars and robbers and gang bangers and living a false lifestyle, atheists. Every individual we trying to touch with the word of God and Hamashiach Yahushua and their commandments and laws, man. So with that, I'm Captain Yaquab.
Captain Akawashah.
Soldier Daniela.
We are the Sons of Thunder Israelites. This is our heart's prayer desire for Israel, that they might be saved. Shalom.
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 But there's something that I want the nation to focus on with the little time that I have today. That is brotherhood. Brotherhood, which follows with sisterhood, is the same thing. Brotherhood is the final chamber. See, we can get deep with all the prophecy. We can understand all the breakdowns. But if we can't solve the puzzle of brotherhood, then we've accomplished nothing.
I ain't changing on my brothers, Yahweh forbid. That's Malachium towards Yachium, don't suffer sin. I pray that y'all keep them grounded and protected by angels. It's the end times, and brotherhood is the final chamber. I ain't changing changing on my brothers, Yahweh forbid. That's Malachium towards Yakium, don't suffer sin. I pray that y'all keep them grounded and protected by angels. It's the end times, and brotherhood is the final train. I'm not my brother's keeper, yes I am, yes I am. No evil eye, no crucifix, I never cross. Do all things through Christ, yes I can, yes I can. How you expect to keep the law but don't want to be taught them? Awesome is he that left examples just for us to follow. I love my brethren, I abide in the light of the Father. Do is better, help your fella if he fall to sin. No greater love than laying down your life for a friend. Gather yourselves together, Jacob, this the latter days. If you enduring to the end, the saints shall be saved. We give them praise, and in Yahweh shall we keep the faith and store our riches in heaven until we reach the gates. I ain't changing on my brothers, Yahweh forbid. That's Malachium towards Yakium, don't suffer sin. I pray that y'all keep them grounded and protected by angels. It's the end times, and brotherhood is the final chamber. I ain't changing on my brothers, Yahweh forbid. That's Malachium towards Yakium, don't suffer sin. I pray that y'all keep them grounded and protected by angels. It's the end times, and brotherhood is the final chamber.
Am I my brother's keeper? That's a law, keep it legal. You are part of my nation, I look at you as an equal. Together make them retreat, divided then they may defeat our common enemy. They absorb itself as the eagle. They kill us at their leisure. Culture they gave us was lethal. We bear witness to their evil. Worst of all with Jim for visa. White Jesus what they feed us. They mentally enslave us though they physically released us. Put spirits on our people. Together they on cold. Only thing I do admire. Unity and brotherhood will make their kingdom soon expire. Zephaniah 2 and 1. That's what the Lord requires. Laws of faith, plus together ye your nation not desire. Final change.
I ain't changing on my brothers, Yahweh forbid. That's Malachium towards Yakium, don't suffer sin. I pray that y'all keep them grounded and protected by angels. It's the end times, and brotherhood is the final chamber. I ain't changing on my brothers, Yahweh forbid. That's Malachium towards Yakium, don't suffer sin. I pray that y'all keep them grounded and protected by angels. It's the end times, and brotherhood is the final chamber.